Throws over the middle, down the middle, pass caught. That's going to be a Nebraska touchdown. Isaiah Nair finds the end zone on a pass.
Just finishing strong. Starting the way we start off. Just go out there, finish strong, do what we have to do. Conference play, we're gonna make an emphasis to, just play harder, play smarter, and compete to the best of our ability.
Looking downfield as a man open downfield, but shoots it too high, and it's picked off. Intercepted Malcolm Hartzog, and start the mashed potatoes dance. Huskers get a pick.
Yeah, I feel like tonight it wasn't our best tackling job in the first half. And we had to go in, talk about some things, get that better. Coming out in the second half, we made our improvements on that.
Looks over the middle, pass fired, is caught, 5, and that's Nelson into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Carter Nelson from Ainsworth with his first 6 points as a Cornhusker.
Yeah, so we talk a lot about play.
We've got a lot of stuff we still need to improve on, of course, but we've got a lot of stuff that we can build off of too.
When it comes to conference play, you never know where you are until you get there. Because we have to see kind of where we are with each other. So I'm anxious for Friday night. I'm anxious, that they're a good team. I think they'll probably end up being ranked. Be a cool night this coming Friday night.
Those were the Hy-Vee sounds of the game following the Huskers' 34-3 win over UNI. Nebraska moves to 3-0 for the first time since 2016. Coach, I know you guys are always looking for ways to improve, ways to get better, but what were the biggest positives from this win?
Well, we didn't punt, so that's always, I think anytime you don't punt, you have to feel good about what you did on offense, and really proud of our guys down the stretch, to pitch a fourth quarter shutout for the second time in 3 games. When you're a team that's trying to overcome this history of fourth quarter losses, playing well at the end of the game really matters, and so proud of our twos to go out there and make that happen.
How good was this test against UNI before you guys head into Big Ten play?
I'm going to tell you what, I walked out there before the game, I always walked the field, I was walking by their guys, and that's a strong, well put together physical team that came in here, thought about it all summer, heard the comments after the press conference, thought about this game all summer. So our guys have to make the transition now from being the hunter to being the hunted. You're not getting people's B game anymore, you're going to get people's A game. And so hopefully this is a good lesson for us about how to handle playing teams that are looking forward to playing you.
All right, coming up, we're going to take a look at this one, break down the first half action here on our Husker Football Show presented by Ludaka Wealth Partners. Welcome back to the Husker Football Show presented by Ludaka Wealth. Well, UNI wins the toss. They defer to the second half, so your offense going to get the ball to start and got off to a great start here to start this one.
Yeah, that's 3 games in a row we scored on the opening drive, so they're doing a good job of taking the practice week and bringing it to the game.
Handoff here to Dante Dowdell, and then this is a big series for Carter Nelson, the freshman out of Ainsworth. He gets the reception here.
Yeah, had a screen in the game for him and had a play in the red zone for him, and they just kind of showed up back to back. But it was really good for Carter. This is a great play. He's reading the leverage of the linebacker, breaks inside, gets the right read by the quarterback, and 6 points.
First career touchdown for Carter Nelson. He said he felt confident because you guys practiced this, and he knew he was ready for it.
Yeah, Carter. You're gonna see, Husker fans are gonna see a lot of Carter over the next years.
All right, so here comes your defense, and this is going to be a really long drive for UNI on their first series.
Well, great job by Coach Farley and his staff. They had a game plan of shortening the game, running the ball, and we just, never made a negative play and couldn't really win third down. And even at one point, we won third down, but they won fourth down. So this was a good test for us to test our stamina. We've gotten off the field pretty quickly in the other games, playing multiple plays.
And you said you have just tremendous respect for their quarterback, Aiden Dunn.
He was a dude. At one point, he ran on our sideline. I told him, I said, "Hey, you're a heck of a player, competitive, tough." And he did a nice job running the football in the game.
So when you go back and watch film, what are the teaching moments from this drive?
Well, I think the biggest thing, and it's really our whole defense for the day, was just tackling. We have just given up way too many yards after contact. When you face a team that's doing this, kind of like Michigan State last year, when you tackle them for 4, it's got to be 4. It can't lead to 5 and 6 yards because that leads to easy third downs. And so our guys, there's a lot to learn from in the game.
Did hold UNI to a field goal here, 16 plays, 10 minutes off the clock, and then here comes your offense again and draw the pass interference there, the pass interference call there, and Emmett Johnson getting involved in the passing game.
Yeah, Emmett, we decided to make him the third down back this week. This is actually just first down that we're getting him out there, but great job by Dylan. They blitz, he sees it, and we're converting first downs now. And
you go back to him here. He runs for 7 yards and to the second quarter. How about this run by your QB to get the first down?
Yeah, he's just a savvy guy. He can make plays, and so he's not going to run it often, but he did it when it counted.
And then this one goes for a touchdown to Isaiah Nair. Dylan goes 4 for 4 for 41 yards on this drive, and your offense is rolling.
And you can see Turner, one of the things that people don't notice, you see Turner and Justin there, they bring an interior blitz versus an empty protection, they squeeze it. That's high-level football from the O-line, and Dylan makes them pay.
So UNI with the ball here, and no Jamari Butler in this one. How'd you like the play of Cam Linhart and Kai Wallen in on that one?
I thought it was a great opportunity for those two guys. They had a chance to go in there, be rugged, and stop the run and rush the passer.
Ty Robinson bats this one down. He just seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of energy and burst, and he's practicing that way as well, and leads to us getting the ball back on offense, and 2 touchdowns by 2 true freshmen.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
For as much as we've said the name Ja'Cory Barney, this was his first career touchdown, and again, getting creative, getting him into the end zone.
Yeah, he's fun, and a great job by Nate Porkacher there of avoiding the edge guy and leading him into the end zone.
So 21-3, late second quarter, Huskers with the lead, and just some of these 5-yard runs, how much can that hurt the defense?
Yeah, it's just what I said, just the bleeding yardage, right? Like we're hitting them for 2 yards, they're getting 5, we're hitting them for 5, they're getting 7. So something that, I think we have to just go back to the drawing board in terms of tackling and running the right angles.
Your defense does get this stop, but and your offense has been really good in the 2-minute drill, but did not get a score. You told me that you were a little disappointed that you didn't get points here on the board.
Yeah, we had 4th and 3, kind of in field goal range, tough decision there. We went with the aggressive decision, which we've done in all the other 2 minutes. And I think it's valuable work for Dylan to have those, there wasn't really a lot of pressure in that game. We had an early lead, but, having some pressure there, 4th down at the end of the half, hey, can I convert it? We didn't convert it, but really good teaching lessons coming out of it.
You guys are outscoring opponents 51-0 in the second quarter, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. All right, we're back to break down the second half action coming up right after this. Those were Inside the Numbers presented by Eide Bailey. We move now to the second half action. UNI gets the ball to start the second half. What was your message for the defense coming out of the locker room?
Just to settle down and go back to the basics. I think we did a really nice job as a coaching staff of not being too emotional. At the end of the day, we held them to 3 points. What we didn't like was just the physicality and the standard that we were playing at. And credit to UNI, they come down here and they have another long drive to keep our offense off the field.
It is going to end here with an interception by Malcolm Hartzog. Well, the first down here, and then Malcolm Hartzog is going to come up with an interception. Fourth interception by your defense here this season.
Yeah, we're +3 on the year. That's a significant improvement from last year, and a great job by Malcolm getting his hands on the football.
Dylan Rhule connected over 70% of his passes for the 3rd straight game. He gets a couple big completions here to Jamal Banks, but how good has he been just efficiently spreading the ball around?
Yeah, I like the way you said that. Spreading the ball around. What I love is it's not 2 guys with all the catches. Everyone's getting involved. He's playing the plays, playing the progressions. I think Sept, Glenn, Garrett, they're putting great passing plays out there, and then you answer it right here with a long physical run, which is kind of what we need.
Yeah, big run there by Dante Dowdell, 38 yards, and sets up for a field goal. How'd you like the field goal unit?
We wanted to score more touchdowns, but I'm glad, unlike the punting unit, I'm glad we got a chance to kick some field goals, allow Tristan to get into a rhythm. Snap hold was all much better this week.
John Hull with the kickoff there, and able to pin UNI back deep here. Marquise Buford has made a couple big plays for you. How do you like his play so far?
I've loved it. Marquise is a true leader on this team. He holds others accountable, but first of all himself, and good things happen with him out there.
And we're going to see a couple big plays by John Bullock. He gets the sack and then a pass breakup here. Yeah,
John's got his hand on about 3 or 4 footballs so far, and come out after they had a short punt. We come out, take a shot. Janirin goes up for the ball, gets the DPI. So we're still being aggressive, trusting the quarterback to make the right decisions.
And here comes the roars from the crowd. Pass complete from Dylan Rhule to Heinrich Harburg.
That's a very similar play to the one that Carter ran. You have to kind of read the leverage, read the option, and we go tempo and hand the ball off to Heinrich. So he's finding some things that only he can do at a really high level.
And Thomas Fedoni here just short of the touchdown, so you send the field goal unit out. Aiden Flegge was handling the snapping. You liked how he did?
Yeah, I think that was really important for us to get some confidence in our field goal unit, and they did a good job.
And again, seeing lots of different guys on defense yet again for you guys. Isaac Gifford and Derek Branch is going to make a couple big plays. How big is that you can get other guys in there and on the action?
Yeah, and they played in crucial time, right? They played in the 3rd quarter into the 4th quarter, so they had a chance to go out and make some plays. You can see here the great play the kid from UNI makes. You know, I thought we came down with this ball, but you know, we were aggressive. We challenged it, didn't win it. But you know, we're going to compete. That's why we're out here. We're going to compete and play to the end. And happy to see guys getting in there. You see Amari Sanders and some of those other guys out here getting action that they'll need at some point.
You would challenge that. Was there any message to Jalen Lloyd when you guys coming off that interception?
Yeah, no. I think you know, if you ask Dylan about that play, he'll say, "I wish I'd have thrown it further." Dylan will say, "I'll go up and catch it." That's what I love about our guys. You know, you only have to challenge guys when they're not taking responsibility, and our guys take tremendous responsibility. And then you saw Emmett in the pass game in the first half. Here he is in the run game. And that's what we want. We want fourth quarter, you know, run the ball, end the game. I'd like to have a lot of boring fourth quarters for our fans.
Heinrich Harburg in to run the offense. How good was that run by Emmett, by the way?
That was fantastic. Great read and great job by our left tackle there, Grant Seagren, of making a key block.
So you're getting lots of twos in. How important is that? How much more can they learn playing in the game as opposed to just practice?
Yeah, it's where you really learn a lot about yourself. You know, you teach yourself how to play in the practice, but you learn about yourself in the game. And even there, you know, fourth down inside the 8, you know, those guys getting off blocks to go keep the shutout was really, really good.
All right, final of this one, 34-3, and Huskers moved to 3-0, but most importantly, 1-0 this week. They've really embraced that mindset.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we live in a world where you're always looking ahead. Sometimes you're looking behind, and none of that really helps you in the moment. You know, we want to go 1-0 this week by just really kind of going, for lack of a better word, 1-0 today, being great today and controlling those things. And so that, you know, that's what's written on the stadium day by day, and we're just trying to live that out.
All right, coming up next, we've got our Cornhusker conversation. This week, I sit down with Jamari Butler. Welcome back inside the Husker Football Show. It's time for this week's Cornhusker conversation presented by Woodhouse. This week I got a chance to sit down with senior defensive lineman Jamari Butler.
Steps up, gets rushed, and gets tripped up. Knocked down on another sack. Jamari Butler's another sack.
Welcome into this week's Cornhusker conversation. I'm Jessica Coody, and joined this week by senior defensive lineman Jamari Butler. Jamari, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What a week last week. Let's go back, first of all, to the win over Colorado. How much fun was it to play in that atmosphere and for the defense to perform the way you guys did?
It was very fun. You know, that's probably the most fun I had here in a while. And for the defense, I mean, that's just what we do.
There's a picture floating around of a video, I think, of you getting to celebrate with your mom post-game. How special was that to get to share that with her?
That was probably one of the most special moments of my life because my mom, she hasn't made a lot of games, and for her to be there in that moment, at probably one of the most biggest games I'm gonna play here, that was a surreal moment for me.
Also this past week, you were awarded the Brooke Behringer Scholarship, which means a lot to this program. How special was that for you to get awarded that scholarship?
So I didn't know until they called my name. I kind of knew as he was giving the speech though, because he just kept saying #1. And then he called my name and it was just a surreal moment, seeing where I came from, you know, being awarded that scholarship and knowing how much the Behringer family means to this stadium.
How have you grown in that regard to being a guy that is one of the leaders and one of the guys that they look to lead this football team?
I'm gonna piggyback off last year again. So we had that Sunday practice, and when I was speaking, just how everybody was looking at me, and that's probably the thing that boosted me to speaking out more than most, because I know like I can say whatever, and they're gonna listen to it.
How important is that to know, hey, it takes all of us. It takes every guy on the field to be able to have the performances that we want to have.
I mean, that's probably the biggest thing we talk about as a team, you know, complimentary football, because Brian punted the ball down to the 1-yard line, but nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
Although Tommy did get the pick 6, you can see John Bullock cut off Travis Hunter as he's trying to go inside. You know, compliment each other like that, I feel like it'd give us a boost of confidence.
How do you guys balance that with so many guys that are running in and out, and it seems like you guys are so happy for each other no matter who's making the play?
I mean, we love each other. You know, we spend a lot of time together off the field. I feel like that translates on the field because if they make a mistake, I'm going to tell them. But if I make one, like, I'm going to hear back from them too. So,
was there a certain moment that you felt like, because you'd said earlier, you're like, I don't know if I belong here, but was there a certain moment where you're like, I do belong here, I am good at this football thing?
Yeah, it was when we were playing Illinois last year. And, you know, just seeing how we kept taking the field. And everybody was just matching each other intensity, and I'm like, nah, I'm not out here for no reason. Like, I definitely belong.
Just another fun conversation with Jamari Butler. You know, he was a guy that had entered the portal before you guys got here, but, you know, said he had watched you guys at Baylor and was completely believed in what you were doing. What kind of buy-in have you seen from Jamari?
Oh, you know, Jamari's buy-in is solid gold, man. Like, there's no doubt about it. Really what he brings is the ability to help other guys buy in. You know, he's someone that the team respects. They like him. They like his toughness. They like the relationship he has. So when he buys in, you really get 5 or 6 more guys. And we wouldn't be where we are right now without him and his leadership.
Love his demeanor on the sideline. He's talking to all the young guys, coaching them up. He didn't get to play much last week. What's his status going into this week?
Yeah, I think he'll be ready to go this week. You know, he was available last week, and I got to the game, put Cam in there early. You know, we kind of withstood that first drive and felt good about it. And I think it's really good to let James and Kai and Cam. They're going to be really good players here. Let them have a chance to play, and they did. And so hopefully now Jamari will be just that much more fresh for this week.
All right, we're back to wrap things up. Final thoughts from Coach coming up next. Welcome back. Final segment here of the Husker Football Show presented by Ludaka Wealth Partners. Coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock. First-ranked matchup between both opponents inside Memorial Stadium since 2013 with Illinois and opening up a Big Ten play. Take us into this matchup and what the Huskers need to do to go 4-0.
You know, you watch Illinois, you watch their stats, they're very much like us. One of the top defenses in the Big Ten. Offense, you know, scoring about the same points that we are. 2 great wideouts on the outside. Excellent quarterback, huge tailback, much like last week. And, you know, they're the same defense from last year. They play bear, overload the box, play man free. They're one of the top teams in the nation in terms of taking the ball away. So they're plus like 9 on the year, plus 8. So it'll be a great matchup. It'll be a battle. It'll be a really great football game, and I'm glad we're playing it at home.
You're looking for another rocking atmosphere, I hope?
I can't imagine. I mean, the last 3 weeks have been absolutely magical, just, you know, as a lover of college football. So can't wait for Friday night.
Best of luck. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for us here on the Husker Football Show. We're going to be back next week to break it all down for you.